Good. Great. So you're going to be interviewed today by the three of us.
Okay.
Mika here is going to observe.
Okay.
Today's her first day with Europe, so we won't throw her in right away. We'll give her some time. We'll give her at least 20 minutes. So welcome. So it's my understanding that you were to select one of the job descriptions in the back of your packet to interview for today. Which have you selected? Did you select one of those?
Was it the...
I have it right here, Trey. This job description's back here. Here's one
Yeah,
for
the IT.
Okay, cool, amazing. What we'll do is we'll just jump right into the questions. The way that this will essentially work is we'll just rotate through the group. I'll ask a question, Lindsay will ask a question, then Carla.
Okay.
And if you need any clarity, you're welcome to ask. Just state if you have any needs. So first of all, tell me what you were doing before Year Up, how you heard about the program, and why you decided to join this community.
Okay, so before Year Up, I was in college, taking classes, and I was trying to get my AA in psychology. I recently just got that this semester, so I'm trying to transfer next spring, 2016, to SF State. I was also working. My last job was at the airport. I was basically going on the planes and cleaning the planes, and it was like group work. We had to go in there. Each person had an assignment to do, and had to get it done in a certain amount of time. Also, I was just at home living with my mom, trying to figure out what I wanted to do, and heard about Year Up from my cousin. She was a student here, I believe, maybe 2 classes ago, or 3 classes. Her name is Brittany Eisen. She's now at Salesforce Project Management, and she told me about the project, so I decided to apply. That was good.
Thank you.
So, could you tell me a little bit about why you want to work in tech?
Yeah, so when I was younger, I can remember trying to take things apart, and the most recent thing that I did was try to fix my Xbox because it wasn't reading the disc anymore. So I YouTubed how to do it. I took it apart, tried to fix it. I fixed it, but I couldn't really put it all back together. And also in high school, I remember when I had my iPhone, I would always help people, I guess, jailbreak their phones and put extra little apps on there and things like that. So I was always interested in it.
Thank you. What has been your biggest challenge or growth area during learning and development, and what have you done to overcome that?
My biggest challenge has been just prioritizing things, organizing them. I guess what I did to fix that was work with my instructors, see different ways that I could fix it. Like they gave us, so they started telling us how to take notes, for instance, write our agenda, write our deliverables down, and I started using a planner. Also, I learned how to utilize my calendar on Outlook, so I started to my calendar on Outlook and list off the different tasks that I had coming up. So, and also keep track of my meetings and things like that. Yeah.
Thank you. So specifically looking at this, what do I do with my job description, this IT support role, what makes you a strong candidate for this role?
So I feel like I'm a strong candidate because I put in extra work. Like, I'm always after school, staying late to get deliverables done on time, and if I can find a way to make my work better, I try to make it better. Also, like, I ask questions. I'm always trying to look for information to, if I don't know something, I'm always asking someone. So I would either Google it or ask my instructors, people that I know, to fix the problem. And I also, yes, that's what it is, yeah.
How do you think that a role like that would support you with your long-term career goals?
So now since I've been in Europe, I feel like I want to work in tech for the rest of my life. So I plan on trying to figure out how I can use I want to somehow put my BA in psychology and use that with the experience that I'm gaining at Europe to help better our community. And I want to also be able to go and get certificates in IT so I can accomplish that.
Thank you.
Awesome. So I think we'll move into a scenario-based question now. So here, I'll read you the full thing and you can get the questions. You're on the help desk team and have the project to analyze how quickly tickets were closed in the past 2 months and what might have slowed down some of the processes. Could you talk us through some of the steps you would take to complete this project? I can read it again. If that's helpful. Yeah. You're on the help desk team and have the project to analyze how quickly tickets were closed in the past 2 months and some of the things that maybe slowed down that process. Can you talk us through some of the steps that you would take to complete this project?
So I really forgot the question.
I can read it again. You're on the help desk team and have the project to analyze how quickly tickets were closed in the past 2 months and what might have slowed down the process. And just a few steps that you would take to complete this project.
So to analyze what?
How quickly tickets were closed. And if it was a slow process, what might have caused that slowdown?
So what I would do is look over everything and see what was making it. Look over everything and see what caused the problem, and come up with a solution. That's it.
If you were working on a technical project with a group of 4 people, what role would you take on?
So I would try to take on the lead role so that I can make sure my opinions are heard, because I feel like I can bring good ideas to the group, and also I know how to work with different kinds of people, and I feel like I could make it all work and flow well so that we could reach the goal and the deadline.
Great. With that being said, what would you say is your greatest strength in the workplace?
I would say my greatest strength is just my ability, getting the work done beforehand and making sure that it's done correctly, asking questions and making sure that it's try to make it better than what it's supposed to be. So, like I said earlier, I try to make it stand out from other people. So, for instance, we're working on a website right now, and for Friday, and our job is to create a portfolio, and it's supposed to be 3 separate pages. So instead of just making the basic pages and the basic tabs to click on, I'm using some JavaScript in there and some like some animation, so that you can so the links are basically pictures, but I use them they're like motion pictures, so you can click on them and it's like 3D, so it's kind of like it when you go over it, it like pops out. So, and it has like a description under it, so it would say networking. Then when you move the mouse over it, it'll say networking, like my career, and then click on and go to a different page, and it's like different little animation things that go on. So.
Great. It's a great example. Thank you.
Tell me about a time where you felt like you were going to fail, and then how you were able to succeed in that situation.
So, actually, time I felt like I was going to fail was when I applied to Year Up, because I had my heart set on getting into here, and I went to the interview process, did everything. I thought I did good. I checked in almost every day, I think, trying to see if I got accepted. I waited like a few more weeks, checked back in. They said I should be getting a call this week, so I waited like 2 more days, and they sent me an email and they said I didn't get in. So I remember I was just sitting there thinking about, okay, now what am I going to do? And then I was like, okay, I could either just, go to school to have school later that day, not message back, or I could message them back and say thank you, or I could try to advocate for myself. So I decided to advocate for myself, and I said I still think that I'm one of the better candidates to get into this program. I respect your decision. And I remember I listed off reasons why, and about an hour later they messaged me back, called me back in for another interview, and said they were going to put me on a waiting list, and I eventually ended up getting in.
Thank you for sharing. So those are all of our questions. Our next one is a tech-based question, and it's going to be a kind of a role play. So